Hello, welcome to my hell. Today is injection day, June 9th, 2022. I have to go down to the local community mental health here in Ontonagon, Michigan, and get injected with 300 milligrams of a neurotoxin, which is toxic to the body and the brain. It is called Abilify Maintainer. And as Dr. Peter Breggin calls these drugs, psychiatric drugs, he calls them brain disabling psychotropic neurotoxins. And those are accurate words to describe what's been happening to me for these since December of 2016. I have been forced to take neurotoxins which disabled my brain and poison my body. This goes against everything that I stand for. Prior to this forced drugging court orders that I have been put on in the last 7 years has it been? In December it'll be 7 years. This court order that I'm currently on is a year-long court order, and it goes until November. This is prior to this court order in 2016, I was living a holistic, healthy life. I was eating all organic food. I was hauling water from an artesian spring. I was taking nutrients and supplements and to help with nutrition deficiency. I was seeing a chiropractor. I was seeing an acupuncturist. My house was clean of all chemicals. So taking these neurotoxins at the amount that they're shoveling them into me, 300 milligrams a month injection and 500 milligram daily Depakote pills, my body is shutting down and atrophying. I have gained 50 pounds in the last year since the psych ward stays in 2022 when I was put on this heavy amount that I'm currently on. There is no reason for me to be on this heavy of an amount of drugs, and I am protesting. Today I will go down and I will tell the lady again that this is against my will, but you have permission to do so, because the first time I said that, she went into a ruckus and contacted the social worker and said that I can't give this to her because she's saying this is against my will. So I give permission for them to drug me, because if I go against the drugging, I will be escorted by the police. They will come to my house. They will take me 500 miles or 200 miles to the nearest psych ward with beds open, which Marquette is 2 hours away, but I have been unsuccessful getting into that place. They've sent me downstate the last 2 times, 500 miles in a cop car, handcuffed, traumatized the whole way, unable to believe that this is happening to people. And it is terrible that this is happening to children. People are being force drugged with neurotoxins that change the brain and cause serious problems that result in the disability population of those with labeled with serious mental illness dying up to 25 years before their time. I don't want to lose 25 years. I'm already probably going to lose 10 to 15. I've been on these drugs a lot for the last 23 years. I used to believe in them, and now I totally do not. I consider them harmful, and that we could probably do as Dr. Peter Gooch from the Cochrane collaboration previously says, we could go without the we could go with using maybe 3% of the drugs that are on the market today to help people who absolutely need them as a last resort. What we do need is community. We need peer respites. We need soteria homes. We need safe spaces for people to go where they're not going to experience the torture and the trauma of a psych ward, where people will help hold you down. 6 to 8 people will hold you down and inject you against your will. Somebody who's tapered for 2 years laboriously to get off of these drugs should never be sent back into a situation like that, but that's all that exists. They should be able to go to a medication-free bed in a psych ward so that their taper is not thrown out the window, because these drugs, when you're coming off of them, can sometimes cause a rebound psychosis. I call them psychospiritual breakthroughs. That doesn't make them great to have. That doesn't make them traumatizing or anything, because I call it a breakthrough. It is a very rough experience, and people in that situation, people who go through these psychospiritual breakthroughs, quote unquote psychosis, need support. They need help. They need safe spaces. They need compassionate, kind people around them. That is not to be found in the psych ward. In the last 7 years, I have been tortured, traumatized, injected against my will. I had my eBay store destroyed because I had no access to my cell phone for 26 days. I lost my cat. That was the most horrendous thing. It was the second cat I lost due to the psych ward. Mr. Larry Lilly died after being alone here for 26 days and couldn't be caught by my family. And that's tragic. That happens. People lose their children because of psychiatric labels. So please support the Coalition to End Forced Psychiatric Drugging on Facebook. Support me, Jill Kesti. You can go to my patreon.com/Jill Kesti if you'd like to help me personally. My goal is to get off of disability and help create a peer respite in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where I live. We need a place to go. Marquette is too far, and it's not helpful. It's torture. Downstate is just even worse. And there needs to be peer respites on every corner. As far as I'm concerned, they should be as numerous as Starbucks. Because that's what's missing, is community support for people who go into emotional distress. And that's all a psychospiritual breakthrough is emotional distress caused by problems in living. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening. Have a great afternoon. I will try to, these days, every month when I have to go down is a very stressful, traumatic day for me. I feel like I'm being poisoned, like I'm being chemically assaulted with a deadly weapon, like I am being raped with drugs that can kill me, which is the truth, because this is against my will. Thank you.